I'm Jordan Schiff, and this is The Persuasive Speech. Imagine the rolling hills of California, the sand dunes and prairies of Indiana, or the bling from the billboard in New York City's Midtown. According to AAA Newsroom, there were 44.2 million travelers this past Independence Day. 37.5 million were expected to drive to their destination. And why not drive? Holidays are a sacred time for my family, and as one who has visited all 50 states, I know that laughter can quickly turn to tears when faced with a hefty ticket. Wouldn't it be easier if driving laws were federally mandated rather than state by state? Today, I'm going to share with you several different driving laws that differ between states. This is problematic, and my emphasis is to show that these laws should be federally mandated. Let's begin by looking at the age required to drive. In your survey, you shared that 16 to 17 would be the most appropriate age to begin to drive. Back it up a year, you get 15 to 16 to receive a permit. 9 states, including Iowa and South Dakota, require one to be 14 to receive a permit. Illinois, Indiana, and Wisconsin require you to be 15. 9 states, including Kentucky and New Jersey, require you to be 16, and New York State requires you to be 17 to receive a permit. Are you telling me that my cousin in New Jersey has to wait until she's 16 to do what I can do in Illinois when I'm 15? But what is the research saying about this? Jessica Lerner wrote in 2014 for the AAA Foundation for Traffic Safety that the crash rate for 16 to 17-year-old drivers was nearly twice that of drivers ages 18 to 19, and between 4 and 5 times that of drivers who are in their 30s, 40s, and 50s. Additionally, Larry Koppel wrote for the USA Today in 2010 that 3 Democratic senators were pushing for national standards for driving laws. The facts are there. There's no consistency among states for driving laws. And 7 years after senators have pushed for common legislature, nothing has changed. Friends, I'm here to tell you that the inconsistencies among states do not stop with the age required to drive. Let's look at our different states to find what stop means. This red octagon, with which we are all familiar, means that one must come to a complete and full stop prior to turning. However, this is not the case in every state. In Oregon, stop signs are treated like a yield. If there are no cars coming, one is able to proceed on their way. Additionally, red lights enable you to turn right, except in cities like Chicago or New York, and in places where there's a no turn on red sign posted. This has become Today we have discussed the age required to drive and cell phone laws. Before I share with you how to fix the problem that you can encounter when driving across state lines, one other area I'd like to look at is cell phones. We know from the video on the dangers of cell phones that the danger they can pose to our health. Let's look at the different laws for cell phones. Texting is only allowed in Arizona, South Carolina, and Montana. It's banned in the other 47 states. The use of a handheld device is banned in 15 states plus Washington, D.C. The use of all types of cell phones are banned and are restricted by novice drivers in 38 states and the District of Columbia, according to the Insurance Information Institute, an organization for which my late grandfather wrote. A survey by the Center for Disease Control stated that each day in the U.S., 9 people are killed by distracted drivers and 1,000 are injured. You shared with me in the survey that the most appropriate speed limit for the interstates is between 69 and 70 miles per hour. However, at 55 miles per hour, texting takes your eyes off the road for approximately 5 seconds. In this time, you have covered the length of a football field. At 70 miles per hour, you have gone significantly more than 100 yards without ever looking up. This evening, I have shared with you the need and the action. Now, what's the plan? Write to your state senators and representatives. Encourage them to pass laws that are consistent among states. Additionally, encourage your friends and neighbors to participate in peaceful protests so that your family travels do not become M cubed. Morbid memories on the map. We've discussed the age required to receive a permit, the stop signs, and cell phone laws, and these are only 3 of the inconsistencies among states. Once we have consistent driving laws among states, we will be able to do what our president said, to make America great again.